What's happening, people? There, welcome back to the channel, man. Ches99, what you man telling me? Busy day for me personally. Chelsea play today. I'm slumped, I'm tired, but I have to stream for you, man, to get it. So we move. So everybody's solo stream. I think Rob and Dev might be joining, but it's going to be me waffling for however long I need to waffle for to kind of speak what I need to speak. Because sometimes when you're on panels, not my own, because I'm the host, I can control it. But when you're on panel shows, yeah, there's a lot of waffle. And because I'm quite a big character, people can't handle when I say things. So sometimes, if I want to speak actual logic and reason and balance, I'll go on my own channel to talk how I want to talk in it. Do you get me? But yeah, that's how we're moving right now. Wait a second, you guys aren't happy about this. Why not? I thought you liked internal solutions. Star Slayer is not. He's not letting off on the criticism. Man said that. Be up, Mr. J. Shaw. Special likes to get settled. White Bush shoes and up the Chelsea. Facts. Because I'm on my own basic whole show, I'm going to be pushing these likes like crazy. I never usually do, but today is that day where I'm going to do so. So make sure everybody in the building, yeah, if you're watching the playback as well, just get involved in the conversation. All I ask from a lot of you viewers is literally just to comment and like the video. Like, I like when people interact with me. I get a lot of people watch on their phones and they watch me in the car or eating food, whatever it is. But for me, just do me a favor, you're watching this playback, listen to me. If we're live, just comment how you feel about the game, the topic conversation, and do your job and hit that like button, because it's all you literally have to do. So ask for smash the like button, and it's very, very simple. Especially if you're a rival in here, because a lot of rivals will watch these shows. But you ain't getting much from me today because I'm quite chill. Surprisingly, I'm actually quite balanced. I don't really care too much about the result too much, not gonna lie. But it is my job to talk about it. And it is my job to give you guys content. To be everybody, every single person who's in the early. And let's get into it, man. I actually need to change my backdrop. Because we're actually gonna start with a positive, bro. We're actually gonna start with a positive. We're actually gonna start with Estevao Willian. That's what we're gonna start, because I need to change my backdrop, bro. Estevao Willian today was absolutely amazing. And if you didn't watch the game, you missed out on a class performance. And this guy, apparently now with Enzo Fernandez, is Chelsea's highest top goal scorer, which I think Chelsea's top scorer has 5 goals or 4 goals, or is early in the season, so that's decent, right? But yeah, Estevao has got another goal to his name. And I have to start with the positives because obviously there's a lot of negatives, to be fair. So yeah, Estevao Willian, this guy is gonna be, I don't want to say he's world class, because like that's just a tag anybody can say. Like anybody can literally just come out and say, "Oh yeah, my man's gonna be world class," and nobody can really say anything. You can't disprove if I tell somebody, "Oh, so and so is gonna be world class," but what you can't disprove is kind of what you see on the eyes. Yeah, do you get it? Like whatever you see on the eye test, you can't disprove that. And then when Estevao Willian, I'm going to get his stats up now because they're in front of me here. When Estevao Willian is doing all his duels, his assists, his key passes, his crosses, his take-ons, passes his own half, you can't really say much about him. Like he's a very, very special player. And I hope Chelsea this season actually pattern up in terms of defense, because he done his job today, chat. Estevao Willian done his job today. What more could he have done? Someone tell me in the chat. Someone let me know, bro. Someone let me know. What more could Estevao could have done today's game? I don't know, bro. I don't know what more he could have done. He literally was brilliant. And because of some bozo defending, which we're going to get into, like, he ain't going to walk away with what he should walk away with, which is a match-winning goal. But because of these bozos at the back, these clowns, we won't see that, chat. We won't see that. And that's what's frustrating. So here I am. I'm going to change my background to Estevao Willian because he deserves it, man. And then you got that clown Hato in the background. Let me crop this Hato guy out. He's rattled me. Hato's just rattled me, chat. He's rattled me. So I've had to crop him out. There we go. Estevao Willian in the back is utterly a baller. Honestly, the biggest baller, man. Someone said, "Cheers, we should going to try and call you. Don't pick up the phone, Aki." Man said that. Ashley said, "Pre-warning, Ches." That's too funny. Big up, Ches. Comments retired. Nah, facts, guys. Thanks so much for commenting. By the way, just put in your comments, bro. Everybody in here, rivals or not, just put your comments in so we can talk. It's simple as that. I miss doing solo shows because it's just me and the viewers, and it's sick. But yeah, Estevao Willian, I don't want to get sidetracked. Estevao Willian is him in it. Like, he's so cold. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He's so cold. And anybody who doubted his quality is just utterly deluded. Honestly, not in a rude way, but you're just deluded. You don't have a brain because this guy is just scoring goals, and the guy is 18 years old and he's carrying our attack. And that says a lot of things, isn't it? It says a lot about him, and it also says a lot about the team. Maybe he is just that good where, like, he can carry a team because he's just a baller. You get me? Maybe he's just that good. He can just carry a team and it not be weird. But at the same time, should you really be relying on an 18-year-old who just came from another league in Brazil to be scoring your goals and output? I don't really know, innit? Like, I don't really know. But Estevao Willian, who I like to call Steve, if you're a bit of a geezer, Steve is class. I can't believe there's some rivals who don't think he's better than certain wingers. Listen, I don't think it's the right time for me to be calling out any wingers right now. Like, I don't think it's the right time for me to be calling out any wingers. But Estevao Willian is a lot better than some of you man's wingers. Some of you lot who are watching this video, Estevao Willian is definitely better than that winger you're thinking about. I hope you understand that, bro. I hope you understand that because this guy, every single time I play him, he's improving. It's not like he's skipping past people all the time, but you can see the flair when he does so. And then he comes in with clutch finishes like he did today, which we needed. We needed a goal. It was two end and throw in terms of the football match. And Estevao Williams just cuts in, takes his man on, and then boom, gets a good finish. And it's 1-0 to Chelsea. We're going to talk about some clown at the back who ruined it, who, by the way, on SofaScore, if you rate them, got a 5.8 rating, by the way. A 5.8 rating. Like, how can you get a 5.8 rating? But anyway, let me not disrespect Estevao William, Steve, his segment, and focus on him because this guy's class. And Chelsea fans, we need to make sure, shall we prop Caicedo? We need to prop Estevao William because this guy's a baller. He's so cold. I can't believe there's people who really doubt his quality. Can you deep it? There are human beings out there who watch the beautiful game of football and really believe Estevao William is overrated or he's hyped, too overhyped. The man don't watch football, bro. They don't watch football. Like, they don't watch football, chat. If you don't think Estevao Willian is a world-class player, go watch another sport. He's literally a class player. We need to use our brains. We need to look in. This guy is going to help us. And guess what? I'm going to mention it again without mentioning the individual. Because our defense is so up and down, we need our attackers like Palmer to be back, like Estevao William to step up, even Garnacho. And by the way, another guy who all the rivals are telling me, oh, he's mid, he's mid, he's mid, he's mid, Chairs. I'm like, yeah, he's not great on the ball. Like, his passing's whack. I don't really see him doing a lot. But we got 2 goals in 3 games. I mentioned that, and people go, you're glazing him. Brother, if my mid player scores 4 goals in 6 games, 7 games, why the heck would I complain about that? Why would I complain about that? Am I lost in the head? Am I being stupid? Why? Man, am I deep in it? If my winger, who's mid, gets 4 goals in like 8 games, why would I complain? Do you get it? So Estevao Willian, if he's doing his job, people like Garnacho chipping in and learning from Estevao Willian, ironically, because man's 18 years old and Garnacho thinks 21 years old. So man's older than about 3-4 years, but you can still learn off quality, fairs. Palmer obviously is a baller. Then why would I complain? So Estevao Willian, I'm not gonna lie to you, Pedro Neto is a very good facilitator of football. He's good if you've got like a striker like Delap. Hopefully Delap can play against Wolves. There's a super chat which mentions Wolves. And to that super chat, bro, I am worried as well because Chelsea, I'm hoping this is the bad performance out of the way because we seem to have a mentality issue when it comes to playing big teams and then when it comes to playing small teams. And going back to Estevao, one guy who's performed this season so far against both level opposition is Estevao Willian. So I have to give my credit to him and say, you know what? Despite the dross you're seeing behind you, more so defense, not midfield, you're actually performing to a good level. So I just need Mereshka to keep bleeding him in. Don't force it. And then we can maybe see, like, cool, he can start running games. Because I'm not going to lie to you, he's definitely one of our best attackers and one of the best attackers in the league. I've said outright. I don't need to see. This is my football, yeah. There are genuinely people who would need to see 2 years of a guy to think he's a baller. Like, I get it if, like, for example, Palmer had a pot season, yeah, where he got like 40 GA. So people wanted to see it again to confirm whether it was a flash in the pan or whether he's a baller. But use your brain. Do you really think when you use your eyes and then you look at the stats that someone like Palmer is just going to fall off? Like, it'd be very rare for that to happen. So with that much quality, you don't get 40 GA, 22 goals, 18 assists, whatever it was, and then just fall off to being like 5 GA again. Like, no, like Gakpo levels and then man there. So what I'm trying to say is with Estevao is I don't need to see him have a run of games to know he's going to be cold. But what I don't want him to do is be forced to play because at the end of the day, he's 18, it's his first season. And yes, he's a baller, but he's not like Messi levels. Where Messi's 18, a man starting with Ronaldinho and these man Eto and them man. There's levels in it. Back in 09, 08, all these things. Like back then. Messi was doing it back then. So there's like a balance in between. But let me get my man's rating up on the screen for you, man. So we can see Wagwan. Do you get it? Because overall as a team, I think we performed okay. First half was dross. He is one of the more high-rated players in terms of the match. But let me just show the man these Estevao Willian stats for today's game. So Qarabag versus Chelsea. Estevao Willian, if we look here, yeah. My man got 3 key passes. What does this even mean? That leads directly to a teammate shot. So he got 3 key passes. I don't know if that means 4 accurate crosses. I'm not too sure. But anyway, accurate passes 83%, pass opposition half 75% is quite a lot. Pass on her 67%. Let's take his dribbling, good amount of touches, decent successful dribbling rate, shot wise. He got 1 goal, 3 shots, especially if she was low. But yeah, man, he was busy as you can see here. And I think he got one of the highest ratings in terms of the team. So if we go up to the lineups, you should be able to see that Estevao Willian, I think, got the highest rated player on the pitch. Yeah, he did. So Estevao Willian basically good man of the match, even though we didn't win. But there's just levels, in it? So I ain't going to be too annoyed about that. And yeah, man, Estevao Willian, I'm sorry that Chelsea are so dusty at the moment and can't maintain any consistency. Because if it was up to me, bro, you would be starting right wing against Wolves. But I know what's going to happen. He's going to put Pedro Neto in there. And like the super chat is referencing, we might get a stinky performance against Wolves. And I tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, because there are ladies who watch this show, big up the ladies in here. You know what I'm saying? If we don't win against Wolves, my whole facade about us being in the title race and us being competent literally goes out the window in 2 weeks worth of football. Sunderland at home, Wolves at home. And then don't you dare go and beat Barca and get me gassed again. No. If we don't beat Wolves at home, there will be no like blind faith back in any of that rubbish. You heard it here first, chat. Because you might know I'm active on these shows, and you know I hold my own. Nobody can chat to me on shows. Nobody, or in reality about football. Nobody can. I know my stuff. I'll give my credit to myself, but I'm not gonna blindly back people who don't want to be backed. Does that make sense? So let's go through these comments, man, and they've been flying in, but they're all on different topics. So let me try and address some of them. Shaq, big up Ches, smash the likes, big up my boy all the time, man. Always showing me love. Estevao a baller, best tackers alongside Pedro. Fact, João Pedro was decent today as well. Decent pre-assist. Amo says Estevao, 100%. Ashley, yeah, keep reviewing her. Don't go beast with. They're all gonna try and cook you. Ashley, I'm good, but love, bro. I'm gonna. Ashley's looking out for me, you know. But Ashley, Chelsea be with the membership. Beat yourself, bro. Estevao's a baller, 100%. Estevao's one of the few players that I love at this club. Facts. They're not conversations we should be having. Talk about centre backs. A star slayer. We have started the positives, man, because there's too many negatives to go through. We didn't lose because of Estevao. Facts. All that money at your disposal and into 4-season ownership with average centre back, goalkeeper, left wing, starting George. It when you look at it that way, it is a bit optic. The optics don't look great. Says I think we reached my peak with Lavia. Hope the injury is not, bro. Fafana, I already said I was done with. Lavia, I'm sorry. It depends on how long he's out for, but if my man's out for longer than a month, I might have to add him to a list. I said I was done with Fafana, innit? Fafana's too injury prone. I thought I was done with my man. I swear down, if I see a report tomorrow or Friday saying Lavi is out for a month, I don't care if we're off for 2 weeks. He might be on my get out of my club list, bro. I'm not even joking. I'll do super chats in a minute. Love my boy CP and Sleeves Muffin, McMuffin. Lit name as well. I love that name. That's funny. I'll do a super chat in 1 second. There's like a super chat group, so I'll respond to them. But yeah, RC, bro. I hear what you're saying, bro. I do hear what you're saying. Some people wish they had him in their team. Facts. Garnacho prop, we out of here. No one's propping him. I'm just saying he gets goals. I'm not gonna hate the guy who gets goals. I'm not propping him if he gets GA. Chat, can we understand that, please? I'm not overly praising the guy because he gets goals. I'm just saying if he's mid and he scores, why would I be annoyed about that? That's just all I'm saying. Why would I be annoyed if he's mid, but he's getting me goals and assists? Then I don't really care then, would I? I don't literally, unless you're performing that badly. Like, for example, the reason why I don't like the Salah debate is because they make it sound like he's a baller. When if they just said to me, yo, Ches, Salah does ghost, but he gets mad GA, I would be like, cool. But it's when they start going, oh, he's better footballer than Hazard and he's got better GA, which he does. He's got better GA. But then they start bringing the GA and the performances, and relax, 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 relax. Don't be comparing Salah and Hazard's footballing ability. Don't do that. I'll give Salah credit because you can get mad GA and he's got like 250 goals to Liverpool, etc., etc. Cool. But don't be now lying to me telling me he's a better footballer because of some rubbish tremedas. Same as Garnacho. I'm not propping Garnacho for being a baller. I'm saying if you get me GA, I'll just say he's a GA merchant. I'll happily say that. But if he's a GA for my team, why would I complain? Qarabag, good team to give credit the performance. I issue to get Enzo playing better. Enzo Fernandez playing crap as always. Full serve from Resco. Look at average centre backs. Facts RC. I don't blame him at all. Big up Sleaze again. Lavia not completing 9 minutes. Whole entire is nasty. Facts. Scrub. Big scrub, man. Lavia should be on the list already. Yeah, 100%. I hate that. I hear you, bro. But my thing is, because he's so young, I'm not gonna be naive and be like, he can't get fit. Like James, I know he's a bit older than him. I think James is like 26. So like James is a bit different, but I did believe he was gonna get fit eventually. So I'm not gonna throw him out the window. Garnacho saved the down point. The gens are low. Oh, M Show, that's what I'm saying to you. And it was a good finish. This is the thing, M Show, yeah. People are so like, okay, we need to move. I need to change the timestamp. First things first, people. Then before I get into super chats, love Sleeves McMuffin. Love Sleeves McMuffin every single time for 2 super chats. I really, really appreciate that. That's literally what I love to see. And TP, of course, showing me love. We are going to change the segment up to the centre backs at Chelsea, and more specifically, let's zoom in Hato. But before we do that, let's do these super chats and let's make sure everybody on this show is smashing those likes. I need everybody right now to smash those likes for me, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because some of you don't subscribe to the channel. I'm about to talk about the centre backs. I'm about to cook the daylight out of these centre backs because they're really, really rattling me, bro. They're rattling me. Hey chat, they rattled me. The Chelsea centre back situation, and to be fair to you, Hato is the reason why we didn't win today's game, innit? But before we even get into that, smash that subscribe button. All you literally got to do, yeah, if you're watching this on your phone or on your TV, is if on your TV, press the connection button so you can connect it to your TV on your bed. You can don't have to move anywhere. Get your hands at your pants, bro. Be productive. Do something, yeah. And then you scroll down on your phone and you press subscribe and hit the like, and then you put some comments in. Say I'm waffling in the comments. I don't care. Boost the algorithm, and I get to talk to somebody back. Do you understand? So do that for me now, bro. Or sis, because Natalie and I are watching. These babes are watching. And then put your comments in and call me a waffler. Fine. But now I'm about to cook these centre backs. So we're on to the fun part of the show. So people saying to me, Chaz, why are you talking about Estevao? Because I need to get the positive out of the way. Someone said Caicedo as well. Caicedo was decent. I don't think he was great. And he's always good. So he was decent, great, but always good, meaning he was a normal Caicedo performance, which probably means he was probably the best player on the pitch with Estevao. But we don't overdeep it because he's that level. But anyway, subscribe to the channel, man. Don't lay. Do not lay. Right. Let's talk about the centre-back horror show. Listen, we now celebrate Halloween. We now do that stuff. But I did go to Halloween party. And when I was at this Halloween party, I saw people wearing some neck stuff. So I saw some people wearing like some skull outfits. I saw people wearing like Joker outfits. Yeah. I saw people wearing death outfits, demons, devils, horns. Listen. Man, don't do all those stuff there. And I'm seeing a horror show at my club, bro. I'm seeing a horror show at my club. Do you know who's causing a horror show at my club? Should I get his big head up? And you know what, yeah? I'm actually going to blame him for today. Why is he always at the heart of problems? Why is this guy always at the heart of my problems? Why is this guy always at the heart of my problems, chat? Why is this guy? Oh my days, bro. Why is this guy at the heart of a lot of problems? Why is it when we lose a game? Why is he always involved? Why, when we lose a game, is this guy always involved? Why? Every single time we play, my brother here, Tosin, Uncle Tosin, listen, how could I say this to you? You might be watching this show, innit? And I'm not hating on you. You've done well in your life. You're very successful. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing well. You're the biggest club in the world. But, bro, you should be a squad player. Why every single time do I watch this guy and he's doing something dumb? He let these guys cut in. Even for the goal, he let them. The guy who is that attacker? What, Duran? Not Duran who went to Aston Villa and that. Another Duran, C Duran, twisting him up. Tossing doing this. Man's doing ice skates, hits the post, and then my man taps it in because everyone's lost. He done the same thing against Shaw against Brentford. The same thing against King at Fulham. The same thing against Bayern Munich. Through his legs. clunky. The guy is too tall. He's like 6'5" and he can't move. Why are we starting this guy? Because do you know why? Because A, Fafana and Cole are injury prone. Well, Cole not really, but he's not here. And then B, you got man like directors going, oh, you know what? 1 in, 1 out policy. And as we've obviously said that, Badji Shile's got injured, and other players who we'd want to get rid of also got injured. So now what are we supposed to do? We're in a bad situation. Meaning we couldn't sell these guys and we're just stuck with them. And now I've got Uncle Tosin at the heart of all my problems. And for some weird reason, chat, they gave him a 7.4 rating. For what? I'm actually going to click on it and find out. What did he give him a 7.4 rating for? What did he do? Man says 7.4 rating. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Prodigy. Prodigy, 100%, bro. We need Buddy Sheila. He does suit the style. 100%. Facts, sleaze. He was warming the bench of Fulham. And like Prodigy said, great comment, Prodigy. Love for that, bro. He shouldn't be playing because Buddy Sheila is a better left centre back. And the guy next to him, Hato, I don't like doing this, chat. Yeah, I don't like doing this. I don't like doing it. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Hato literally cost us the game. Look at this rating. 5.8 rating. What? 5.8. 5.8 rating. 5.8 rating. 5.8 rating. Oh, these are my centre backs, bro. The only reason I'm not shouting in that is because A, I'm bare ill, as you can hear, and B, I'm slumped. My eyes are burning, but I'm here for the content for you guys, and this is what it is, isn't it? But bro, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. These are my centre backs. And the thing is, Tosin, and Hato aren't starters. They're not meant to be playing. Okay, Champions League against Qarabag Cup. Qarabag. I'm going to call them Qarabag Cup. Fine, they could play in those kind of games, cool, whatever. But in terms of the Premier League, neither of them two should be seeing the pitch. They shouldn't be seeing the pitch. They should not be seeing the pitch. But here we are in the Champions League. Fair enough, they can play in this game. Even if I did have top centre back, I would still probably. Even if we did have top centre backs, I'd still probably play them because you could probably trust them to play this game against Qarabag. Who's Qarabag and what are they offering me? what threat are they offering me? So, me personally, I'm happy they played. But then you're reminded when they do play how mid they are. How mid they are, bro. They're very, very mid. They're very, very, very mid. And Hato today lost his jewels, got beat. He got beat so many times. Pause. He made fouls, conceded a penalty, out of position for the goals. He got bodied for the first goal and twisted up. Then for the second goal, got bodied and twisted up and conceded a penalty. And it was 2-1 down away from home in the Champions League. The other team, I think they had a tough game against Bilbao. They beat Ajax and beat Copenhagen, who we also beat. Bro, and we drew against them. I'm so happy we lose. If we lost, I'd be so annoyed. At least we didn't lose, because we've been sitting on 6 points, which is definitely in trouble. If we beat Arsenal now, we'll be okay. Because I don't think Arsenal, Bayern, all these teams are all going to win. So, it is what it is. But, bro, oh my gosh, it's calamity settings, bro. It's calamity settings. Honestly, Hato's performance today was terrible. The only centre back I want to see start playing with his football club after the international break to start are Fafana, Badi Shile, and Josh. I get nervous when I see Chalaba. I get nervous when I see Tosin. This situation is terrible. Cole should be here, but unfortunately, because of Chelsea's luck, he's out injured as per usual. So Chelsea, of course, when you have a good centre back who's growing and you got their confidence, he went at Brighton, yeah, done his thing there, came to Chelsea. Now man gets injured after a good season. Nah, like, you know what I'm saying? It's peak. There's no continuity, there's no consistency, whatever in it. But then now, because of that, and because the one in one out policy, because of the other situations, I can't now get centre backs. So now it's peak for me. So now it's actually peak. Genuinely. Like searching, bro, searching. Listen, it's a cheeky comment, but I didn't even blame you for saying this. It's actually embarrassing. Oh my gosh, we need it against Arsenal. Apology, I'm hoping for Arsenal we have. I'm hoping for Arsenal game we have Badiashile back. That would be good. That would be good. I don't know if Rob's there, but he's all white. I'm hoping that's the case, chat. I'm hoping that's the case. Rob, come in, come out. I can't see you. But you are here, Rob. If you can hear me, you are in the background. Yeah, there isn't, but searching, my thing is by then I hope to buy a new centre back. So in terms of that, it should be okay, you know. But I need to get Rob's opinion on the centre back. I know he agrees with me. Like the centre back situation is actually horrid. Oh, it's actually so bad, man. Like chat, it's actually horrible. It's just this Hato guy keeps getting moved to. Every time I see him getting played, he's getting bodied, stretched, punched, outpaced, outstrengthened. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. Genuinely speaking, today he's got so run ragged, and I'm not gonna lie to you, he doesn't deserve to play next Champions League game, especially against Barcelona. It's actually a joke. Um, Chat, I don't know what to say to you, man. I don't know what to say about us and about it's so bad. I don't know if Rob's there. We'll try and get Rob on, guys. He's struggling at the moment. But yeah, I'm struggling too, man. I've lost the words, chat. I think it's time for these super chats and move to the next segment because, boy, our centre-back situation is very, very bad. Centre-back horror show. I told you guys, it was Halloween the other day, and I'm seeing Halloween every single time the man them step on the pitch. No consistency, no continuity, nothing, just mistakes. And the reason I'm not going into bare detail is because they're all making these mistakes. When did Santos get an assist? Might be the Estevao's goal. Yeah. Garnacho got a goal. The lap didn't do very much. Enzo Fernandez was tidy on the ball, I guess, but again, not good enough. Honestly, it's annoying to draw, but I'm not. We can beat Barcelona. I think we can beat Barcelona. So I'm not going to overly deep it and like go over the top. But that 2-2 does put us in a bit of a peak position in terms of the Champions League. I think we're like 12th. Yeah, so like Barcelona game becomes a must win. If we win that, we're in 10 points, which is actually quite good to be fair. We've got Barcelona and Napoli, who are in terrible form as well. So there is a chance we could still make it in this group stage. I think there's only a few games left. Sato's left back, he's getting that reverse. No, I'm sure. I noticed today I haven't gone in too much on Hato because he doesn't play centre back, and we haven't got anybody else. Like Josh Achempong is a right centre back. Chalobah again doesn't play on the left, and when he does, is poor. Cucurella played at left back, so we couldn't even do something else with that. Bradley Chile is out injured. He's back after the break. So I'm not going at Hato. I'm more saying to you guys that the centre backs that are playing are actually squad players, and because of injuries, they're having to play every week. That's the problem. They're having to play every single week, which is an issue. We shouldn't be seeing them every week. But because of flipping injuries and stuff, We're seeing them every week. But anyway, let's use super chats. Be up for the super chats, man. We'll start with CP. Free Estevao and Caicedo. Facts. Bro, ballers. And we need to get 3-4 more players or players need to build into those kind of positions to get better. Sleaze says a damning super chat. I smell a Wolves loss for you, man. Below Tottenham in the Premier League and Champions League. Oh, it's spooky. Santos isn't what you man think he is. And Hato. No, to be fair, I think Santos is cold. I do that Santos. I'm not gonna lie, I do that Santos, but let me send Rob the link one more time because apparently we're even loose. Yeah, you get me, Jay Shaw. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, yeah, I think Hato's cold, but we'll see. But yeah, Spurs Wolves lost. Yeah, that's if we lose against Wolves, we're in big trouble. I think everyone will tell you that. If Chelsea lose against Wolves, I think we're in big trouble. But I don't think it will happen. But if it did happen, for whatever reason, then boy, it is definitely a terrible situation. Why isn't everyone having the same mention with Joao Pedro as they did with Jackson and Nkuku? Because he's not really an improvement on them. No, he has been. He definitely has been. So, to I get your point of view. Maybe he's not being like prolific, and he's not being like consistent. But I definitely would say he's better than them the other two because he's better link up play than Nkuku. He's got more dynamism than Rob's there. He's got more dynamism than other players. So I wouldn't say he's not an improvement on them two, to be fair. But I do hear you say he definitely needs to do more. But say his goal, for example, he did have a big impact on the goal, so I can't ignore that completely. But yeah, man. Robertson is whip, middle of the day in America, but Rob, just take it away talk to me about like the centre backs and the defending today. And I'll let you speak. I know the Wi-Fi wasn't the greatest, but how do you feel, man? Because I'm not annoyed, but I just feel a bit frustrated a bit.
Yeah, I mean, the center back issue. Again, I'm one of the ones that have been calling for Hato to play left center back, and I'm not backing off of that because he had one poor game. But yeah, it wasn't great. The defending, obviously, once again, it's a game that we just throw away ourselves without the opponent having to do much, just costly mistakes. But listen, I don't want to go in. I don't want to go in on the manager or think it's the manager's problem. It's the manager's problem. But to me, it just I don't know. I didn't like that. How many changes were made? 7 changes. It's just
Yeah,
too much. Like the game starts and you can tell there's no chemistry. There's a lack of chemistry of pattern players knowing each other's tendencies. It's not there. Maybe it will happen later on during the season, but it's just not there. And for me, you can't change the whole back. The back line, the midfield, and the attack for a Champions League game. All three. So you
yeah.
either you have at least you need to at least keep one or two intact. Like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you make changes and say okay, we'll bring on Lavia and Andrew Santos, but we'll keep obviously we know the back four Fofana can't start, but you can't change it all like that too much. For me, just whereas Joao Pedro, it was Sanchez, Rich James, and Cucurella that started against at the weekend. Um, to go from that, you know, to having it's Santos and Lavia, and then the attack is Gittins and Estevao on the other side, and then it's
George.
Tariq George and Joao Pedro in just under that. I mean, You might as well just play Joao Pedro number 9, play, you know, Enzo Fernandez 10, just for some continuity. Like, this is not. It feels to me like he's trying to find that A team, B team
Yeah,
type
he
thing,
is.
like
Yeah.
within the Conference League. But you can't do that. You can't do the A team, B team thing in the Champions League. Like, what if Cole Palmer was fit? Would Cole Palmer be resting against Qarabag and Ajax? No.
Maybe not. No.
Yeah, no. Like the best players, Man City are not resting Erling Haaland for a Champions League game. They just aren't. No matter the opposition. They're going. What you do is the rest that you give your players is you play your strong team first 45 minutes, like Man City was today, 2-0. You 2-0 up, 3-0 after so many minutes, and then you take them all. You take them off,
Mm, mm.
kind of like we did against Ajax, right? You start a strong team, you whoop them, 3-0, 4-0 after 50 minutes, and you hook the starters off. The game is already won,
So
and that's the
you
rest.
think that we should basically start when we're playing against all opposition? Obviously, you can make a few changes, but don't make that many changes. Only change a few
Yeah,
players.
yeah, exactly. So don't
Yeah,
don't don't change the whole team composition. Don't change the whole
yeah,
back
I get
four.
that.
Don't
Yeah,
change
I
the
get
whole
you.
midfield. Don't change the whole attack. Like all three departments are changed from last weekend. Change one of the three.
Yeah, he changed. I agree with you. I think he changed too much. But to be fair to George and stuff, they've actually performed when they've come into the team. So maybe he trusted George against Wolves. He performed well. Trusted him with Lincoln. Performed well. So I think maybe he likes George up front. The pressing as well. Mark Good probably doesn't press as good as him, and he doesn't. When we see Mark Good play, he's very slow on the press. He's not as intelligent in terms of up front, in terms of that kind of style. I think you muted yourself, Rob, bro. Don't know what's happened there. Let's try and get you back.
Good
Yeah,
or
you're
not?
good now. You're good. You're good.
Am I good? Okay. No, I'm saying George is good at pressing up front, but the thing is, it's too much for me that it's too many games where he has to do a whole change with four players all together because you messed up in the starting lineup to begin with.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's too many games where it's like, oh no, man, I need Enzo and Casado and these players all to come on for the game to change. But usually that time is too late. The opposition has already gotten confidence, right? The one thing you wanna do against a smaller team is suffocate and not give them anything to any way to think. Like when you're fighting against is like somebody that's smaller than you or younger brother or in my case my kid. It's like I don't even want to give you the idea that you can do something against me, right? So I'm gonna suffocate anybody. The moment you land one punch, you start to think, oh, all right, I got a shot here, right?
Yeah,
And that's
Polish
that's
makes a
what it
good
is with the
point. Like,
smaller teams. That's
yeah,
what it is with the smaller teams. The smaller teams,
yeah,
they
yeah.
land one punch, and all of a sudden, it's like, oh
Oh yeah, we have
boy,
opportunity to
we
get
can get
points.
we can
Yeah,
get to the mighty Chelsea.
yeah.
All right then. Now the confidence is gone. The manager confidence is up. The team confidence is up, and they're no longer scared of you,
It's true.
right?
But
But
the
if
only thing I
if
would
if you
say,
start strong, and you dominate them, they're gonna feel like, well, it's just they're just
yeah,
better than
it's
us.
true. It's
It
true.
is
The
what
only
it
thing I
is.
would say, Rob, yeah, the only thing I would say, I agree with you, 99%. The only thing I would say is it's still early in the season. So I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt that it hasn't been that many games, and we have got by okay. For example, we had Bayern Munich away, our first away game in the Champions League. Like if that's the easier team, we win that game. We're a lot more points, and this draw doesn't seem as bad. It's because we lost. We're the only team to have the big team first. That
Yeah,
doesn't excuse, by the way, not winning. But my point is, if we won or drew the first game and had the exact same lineups, the exact same football today, we would still be saying we need to improve. but I don't think we'd be questioning it as much because we'd have more points on the board. We're only
Yeah, but
saying, yeah,
Yeah, but Chess, my point is, I don't like my manager having to half time do wholesale changes because you need to win the game. Like,
yeah,
get
yeah,
the lineup right to begin with, and then if you do the wholesale changes after the game is won, that's different. Don't do the wholesale change to try and rescue the game because usually by that time it's too late,
yeah, yeah. It's
right?
true. It's done. Game's done here.
The people that are coming on are having to be looked at as heroes, right? But if you started like against Brentford, didn't you do a wholesale change at halftime against Brentford?
Yeah, Brentford he did, and they changed at halftime.
Against Forest, didn't you do a wholesale change against Forest?
Yeah.
Now again, today again, wholesale changes. It's like,
No,
why?
but Rob, I do understand why he's doing it because we need to rotate because we had the Carabao Cup, no preseason. A lot of our a lot of our key players are getting injured and stuff.
Mm.
So he does need to find a way, you know.
You know, you need to rotate. I agree with you. You need to rotate. But my point is,
I think he's worried about injuries. And like, he's very
yeah,
fair
no,
to
no,
them.
I hear you. I hear you. You need to rotate, but for me, it's too much rotation. You know what I mean? You can rotate, even you can rotate to through the Premier League games, right? So you know you go into the team with somewhat of a strong lineup. All of us looked at that team today and say, yeah, that. You know, there's Casado and there's Cucurella, there's Joao Pedro, all right, but everybody else is basically a backup to somebody, right? Everybody else is a backup. For me that you know the reason I didn't like now you know I think speaking with hindsight when the lineup came out I didn't mind it so much.
Yeah,
It's
no, did
just
I?
that
I don't think it was that bad.
I don't think the lineup was bad, but
The thing about Rob, the way we didn't. It feels like a loss. We didn't lose points today because the lineup was poor.
yeah,
We lost
yeah.
points. We lost points because of individual mistakes, like you just said before, which is we give away goals. That's got
Yeah, I
nothing.
know. And
So,
individual
Rob,
mistakes.
even though I agree with you with the chemistry argument you're making, which I agree with, the argument about not changing things up wholesale half time, that's to make Chelsea more optimal and play better and perform better overall. But if we actually break down these results, a lot of it is individual like quality. Like tossing, getting nutmegged by Shah, he's been trusted to play one on one, and we're not going to change our system because of one
Yeah,
tossing player. Hato
yeah.
today, that's got nothing to do with anybody. He's got bodied. He can handle it.
Yeah, no, I hear that, but it just again when you look at that game, we struggled to control the game from the beginning, right? We were struggling to control the game. We scored the first goal, and we're like, okay, now we got a foothold into the game, and then we lost it straight away because there's no chemistry. Everybody's just like, you know, Lavia and Andre Santos. I don't know. They've hardly played together, right? I know Santos and Estevao and Joao Pedro are all Brazilian, but that trio is hardly played together, right? They must speak the
Yeah.
same language, but they've hardly played. The amount of time we're looking like somebody get the ball to Estevao in the first half. Somebody get the ball to Estevao, right? It's like the chemistry and the familiarity between the players just wasn't there. It just wasn't there. And I think that's to do with too many changes. Like I know Moresca's trying to do this thing where Enzo and Caicedo are my big game players, but on another game, let's say you know a Premier League game, throw in Caicedo and Andre Santos. On another one, throw in Enzo and Andre Santos, right? You know,
No, but Robert, you know what it is?
rotate like that.
I actually agree with you, but then I actually agree with you, by the way, with the rest your players in other games. You don't have to rest them in Champions League.
Yeah, you don't
Champions
have
League.
to be
But
like
what
you
I'm
don't like, oh every Premier League game is for Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. No, you can rest Enzo Fernandez and or Caicedo for a Prem game every now and
no,
then.
but the point is like at the same time, Qarabag is an opportunity to rest. It is the opportunity to rest players and play your second team. It just is. I'm not annoyed with him
No,
resting his
I'm
players.
not
Like,
see, but Chess, I'm not disagreeing with that. It's an opportunity to rest players, but it's still a Champions League tie. You need to win it first. And
yeah, I know, I know.
all our big players want to play and want to ball out in the Champions League. You can't tell me that there's any
Yeah,
player
but
there that wants
the
to rest the Champions
circumstance
League.
for us is a bit different to other teams, though. I would agree with you. We had a normal preseason. If we didn't have this many injuries and we were high flying, then I'll completely agree. Like, you know what? Like Arsenal can do that. Arsenal can keep their same team and it'd be okay because they use the same players. Mariska's still figuring out who he wants to play, what players work with each other. And Qarabag away is an opportunity to do that because yes, you need to win, but it's not the last game of the Champions League. It's not the only
No,
game we have left.
no, I hear that. But my
So
point is,
when else is he
you
meant to
can
do it? Like,
you can
yeah.
rotate the players that come in at halftime end up playing 50 minutes anyways. You could have started them and played them. You could have started Delap and Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, play them 50 minutes. You would have been 3-0 up. Game's done. Take them off. Then you bring the other guys on.
No. Yeah, no. By the way, I wouldn't have been annoyed if he did that. I'm just saying that I think it's hindsight a little bit because Hato literally single-handedly cost us the game. I said it on my own little segment, Rob. I'm not going to scapegoat him. I never really when before you joined the stream. I never once sat here and went, "Oh, Hato is terrible. It's because of you we didn't win today." I never once said that. All I said was, Rob, our starting centre backs right now are second choice centre backs. In an ideal world, Cole and Fafana will be playing. I don't think we'll be having these issues. And even if they were fit, Rob, I would still be playing tossings and stuff in Qarabag. I still would have played them because you don't need to play
No, but
Cole and fit
that's the
every
thing though.
game.
That's the
And by
thing
the way,
though.
Rob, to answer your question before, we did have a lot of starters who started today, despite the fact that we were playing who we played. We played Estevao, everyone wants to see play football. We played Reece James, Cucurella. Caicedo came in, but LAVIA was there anyway. Two players who've got like enough quality and experience to play. And we still play Tostin at the back, and Sanchez, and João Pedro. That's 5, 6 guys.
No,
The
we
only
played
players he
we
really
played
changed, huh?
the only starters, the only prem starters that played today is Reese, Cucurella, Sanchez, and João Pedro.
Well, obviously, Lavia would
Esteva in the
arguably.
prem, Esteva in the prem is back up to Neto right now.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Esteval's a player who everyone wants to see play because he's
Yes,
performing at a higher level than our wingers. And secondly, Lavia, I would argue, could have had a shoe in. He has a shoe in to start. Whether he would have or not by Maresca is different. But I think before we got injured, of course, and we're going to speak about that a little bit, but he's injured again. I would personally be looking at him to start against Wolves and stuff because against Wolves and Sunderland, Lavia is a lot better player to have because that means you could push Caicedo up and you could rely on Palmer to more
but
space.
I see that I agree with you. Lavia and Caicedo, Lavia and Enzo Fernandez, Santos and Caicedo, Santos and Enzo Fernandez, right? You can rotate like that in the Prem and in the Champions League. It doesn't always have to be in Enzo and Caicedo always in the Prem, and then the lowly Champions League games it's for Lavia and Andrew Santos, and then the big Champions League games it goes back to Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez because that becomes an A team and a B team. We have four formidable midfielders, mix and match them. There's some games where people might say, okay, Lavia is a better fit for this particular game. Yes, start Lavia. In some games, like, you know what, Caicedo been playing too many minutes. Yes, Caicedo gets the rest today, comes off to come,
No, but
play
he
from the
started
bench.
Santos against Forest, for example. He did.
Yeah, he started Santos against Forest
Yeah.
in the number 10.
Yeah, he changed it up. Literally what you're saying, he literally did that.
No, what was that lineup against Forest?
He started Santos in the 10, and I think he had Enzo and Caicedo behind him.
Here's no Enzo was for
No, sorry, I think he might have inverted Reese, Caicedo. Enzo's on the bench. But the point is,
Enzo's on the bench. Yes.
he put Santos in an attacking position, which he performed well in last season in League One for Strasbourg. And he changed it up. And it didn't work in terms of it wasn't great, but he changed it up. Here's my thing, like even for example, Garnacho, great finish. He could have started him today and trusted the Gittins guy, who I wanted him to trust, to start because Gittins deserved to play in this game. He's had some good performances the last 3 games. I don't think the lineup was bad. I personally
No,
think against Sunderland.
I'm not big. I don't mind the
Yeah, but
lineup.
Rob,
Right?
what I'm saying is we agree that what we're saying we actually agree in. What we're saying is he shouldn't have changed too much.
Yeah.
He shouldn't. He looking with continuity, get some chemistry, keep the players who have chemistry, and then change the other ones maybe. Don't change
Yeah.
too much because we need to win the Champions League. And like Rob said, you can rotate in the Prem too. You don't have to play Enzo Caicedo
Yeah,
or Garnacho and Neto. They have to. But what I'm saying to you is, Rob, now we're having more players come back. He's going to have to think about it because before he hasn't had opportunity to think about it because they've never been fit. So when Palmer comes back, he's got problems because how does he fit this guy? He's gonna have to figure it out again. It's difficult. It's easy for us to say, "Oh, just play Palmer in the 10, Estevao on the right," but then the dynamic defensively and all these things. Look at Arteta and Arsenal. They have Eze, and Eze doesn't look nothing like Crystal Palace Eze because he has a role to play. It's not just
yeah,
as simple as plug and play.
yeah. Like Arsenal yesterday, right? Arsenal yesterday, they started their back line, the normal back line, right? And then the midfield was Norgard and Rice. So one person get put in the midfield, and then in the attack, it was Saka, Marino, and Trossard, right? So they still rotate, but it's not too much, so that it disrupts, the chemistry or the flow of how the team plays. Right? They have center back who they could have rotated. They have Mosquera and what's the matter? Hincapie that everybody says,
No,
you know.
but Robert, you're not getting it. Our if they had Saliba and Gabriel injured, which what we have, they would have to play in Cape or the other guys.
No, no,
That's
I
what I'm
agree,
saying
but
to
I'm
you.
I'm I'm talking about, what they had in the center back. We have in midfield, right?
Okay,
We
cool.
have we have
I
we have elite
yeah,
midfielders,
yes, yes. I
but
I
at the
get that,
same
but the
the
difference
same,
is
yeah.
the difference is though. I agree with you. We are their defense our midfield. I agree, but the difference is we didn't have a preseason. Caicedo and that do have knocks. He doesn't want to. I don't, Rob. If Caicedo got injured today, obviously God forbid and all that stuff, what else would he have done? There's not
No,
much he could have done.
I hear that. I hear that.
So basically, what I'm saying is,
I hear the
what we're
Caicedo
saying is
shout.
optimal, but his hands. Basically, we have we have the bricks, but he doesn't have. We have the building plan, but we have no bricks. We know what we need to do, but we can't execute it. We know we don't want to
Yeah,
start.
I mean,
Like
like,
Rob, I don't know. Like what more in the lineup, for example, could he have changed? And I would have been like, "Yeah, that's perfect, Rob. Tell me."
no,
I
I,
can't
I
think of
mean,
much.
no, I mean, in the lineup, for instance, you've seen the chemistry that Enzo has had with Garnacho, right? I would say
Mm.
rotate, keep Enzo, start Garnacho left wing, right? Enzo Fernandez starts alongside Lavia or Andre Santos. You play Estevao, and then you play. Um, I mean, I wouldn't have played Tariq George as a nine, right? You either play, let's say, Buonanotte in the 10 and Joao Pedro in the nine, or you start Dilap in the nine and Joao Pedro in the 10, right? Because if you look close in the first half, Joao Pedro was dropping way too deep. Like one time I know he got fouled, but Sanchez passed him the ball right at the edge of the box. What are you doing at the edge of the box?
Yeah, so he tried
Dropping
doing that
that
one
that
and he got
deep?
fired. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Like, no, he was dropping so low, and he was driving me mad, and he was just causing confusion in the midfield. There's one time, like, Andre Santos thought he was going for the ball. He thought Andre Santos was going to the ball, and the ball ended up being the ball hesitated, and the Qarabag player took the ball, right? And so that changed when once Enzo Fernandez came onto the pitch. That changed because then Joao Pedro started operating up top and started being more effective, right?
I know what you mean.
And
I know exactly what you mean.
you have those little chemistry between players that you can rotate but still maintain, like, you know what, I know this link up works, so I'm gonna keep it. But when you play Gittins, Santos, Lavia, and then you have Joao Pedro, Tariq, like that whole you know midfield and attack. How many games have they started together? How many times have
Yeah,
they played together?
I know what you mean. Yeah. They,
You
they
know what I
they
mean?
they do need to build up some chemistry,
Yeah.
and
As much
I
as much
definitely
as
I
much as
definitely
much
agree
as
with
I
you, Rob.
rate as much as I rate the player and the talent, I think it's still, in a club like Chelsea, you need to build the momentum, you need to build the chemistry. And right now, for me, if this was a Conference League, I hear it, but it's the Champions League. There's no need. You can rotate 3 or 4 players, not 7 or 8. Last time I think we rotated all 11. Is you can rotate 3 or 4 and give Caicedo a rest one day, Enzo a rest another day, Joao Pedro a rest another day, Cucurella rest another day. You can rotate without hampering the team and just killing the team fluidity and chemistry. As talented as those players are, they have yet to play together many times.
I know, but it's still early in the season, Rob. Listen. We'll ask another question in a minute because we end off the stream. But I answer. By the way, chat. There's a good discussion between me and Rob. I get what Rob's saying 100%. I actually agree with him. I don't disagree with Rob. I'm just saying like the manager's hands are tired, and the thing is, if you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you didn't change much and we'd won, it would still be like, oh, someone could have got injured. If you change too much, you change too much. If you change too little, you put too much of a strong team out
No,
against
there's the
Qarabag.
balance. There's the balance, right? There's the balance.
The balance is what he
There's
did
the balance
today
of
because he
not
played
changing at
five
all
starters.
or changing too much, right?
There
There's
is
the
a
balance
balance,
of
and
not
he
changing.
started 4 starters. And Gittins, who's played loads of games now.
Yeah, but
Well,
it's
loads.
that's 7 changes for the team that played against Spurs, right? And
Yeah, no, I agree, but
those
I'm not
players
gonna lie
are
to you.
riding. You just came out of you just came back from Spurs. You're riding high on confidence, and then the next Champions League game, I know it's against Qarabag. Yes, I for me that's my whole point. You can rest. You can rotate 2 or 3 players, but not 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which is what
Okay, fair.
Maresca has done
But at the end
against
of the day,
Ajax and against
yeah.
Qarabag, and I think he rotated a lot against Benfica as well, didn't he?
But despite all of this, I don't think that's the reason why we dropped points today, dropped points against
No,
Sunderland.
we drop point. Yes, there's individual mistakes and
And
all that,
that's my
but I
problem, Rob.
think
That's what I want to speak on. I don't think what we're saying is a very good point. And we could bring this up to the manager ourselves. And we could go in there, bring them the iPad, look at the stats. Me and Rob could go, yo, Mariska, the chemistry here. And he'd probably agree with you. The
yeah,
difference is though, he would just say back to us and go, listen, Rob and Ches, all of this is good. But Hato lost his jewels. Tosin's a bozo. This
yeah,
guy got a red card. And
yeah,
then we would go, yeah, but you could still start a good team though. They'd be like, yeah, of course.
yeah.
But
But
if
the
my
point
good
is,
team goes out and then Tosin loses the ball, the halfway line, we can see the goal. That hasn't changed the fact that I've made a good team or not. On the weekend, why are we panicking, Rob? Why are Chelsea fans like this, Rob? Why are rivals saying this? Do you know why they're saying this? It's because they can see an individual mistake. They can see someone being off it.
no. You see, you know what?
They didn't say
I,
in the super chat, "Oh, Ches, if Reska gets it wrong, you'll lose." They just said, "Do you think we'll lose?"
no, no, no. You know what? Yeah, I think it is. Hato made mistakes, no doubt, right? Hato
It
made
cost us the
mistakes.
game, Rob. It cost us the game.
He
It doesn't
he,
mean
co-
that
he
we
cost
win.
us he cost us the game. He made schoolboy errors. He should know better, right? And I rate him highly to say he should defend better in those instances. But I just think we didn't control the game. They were getting to us way too easily. They were creating chances after chances because we just failed to control the game. We
I
just
agree.
failed to just get a hold of the
Yeah,
game and pass and pass and pass and make them a little bit scared of us. They didn't. They looked like Rich James was. They were taking on Rich James like he was Kirkes, right? That
no,
that
that is
that
true. It's true.
that fear was gone. They didn't. Obviously, you shouldn't be scared of your opponent, but they were just. If we had controlled the game better, right? If we had controlled the game better, I think that would have decreased the amount of chances they would have created, which I'm not exempting Hato. He made errors. He should do better, but Hato would have had less defending to do, which means you know he would have made less mistakes than what he did what he made.
Of course. The
But
midfield was open. Yeah, I agree with
We
you.
just didn't. We
Yeah.
failed to control that game, and I was even when we 1-0 up. I was like, ah man, we 1-0 up. Just that was just Estevao individual brilliance. It's not because we're in control of the game, right? It was just like, this game is 50-50, is, is back and forth, but Estevao is just, is just too good, and he created a goal out of nothing, but we just didn't get a hold of the
We
game.
didn't have our foot on the game. I agree with
Yeah,
you. And
we didn't get a foothold into the game the way we
yeah,
played.
we did it. We didn't.
Our passes and our exchanging, we were turning the ball over too much. Gittins was losing the ball left, right, and center. Joao Pedro in the middle wasn't linking up the play that much. Lavia and Andres Santos at the beginning, they were just all over the place a little bit. Obviously, in our center backs, Rhys James didn't really try, wasn't really trying to calm everybody down to be like, yo, fellas, let's pass it around a little bit. Let's just calm everything down and let's play football. Because these guys, they looks like they came to press and they do that. We just failed to control. And that's what I'm thinking is like, in this game, you need to be able to control the game and take like the moment they got to us once or twice, they're like, yeah, we can get at them. We give them the confidence to think, and they got at us,
Yeah,
they got at us, which gives you more chance for mistakes, and which how to obviously make mistakes in that cost us the 3 points. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
yeah. I'm not. I'm looking at the table now. Like Rob said, this way is man. Like we've got Barcelona who are the same points as us. We need to win that. And we've got Napoli who haven't won. They've won one game out of four.
Yeah, Napoli in Europe are dreadful.
They haven't been good. So it's not the same
Yeah,
Napoli as back in the day with Kvaratskhelia
yeah.
and Osimhen
Napoli
and that.
under Conte, they've KDB's out for a while. I don't think they're getting Lukaku anytime soon. So the best player is McTominay.
Yeah, they got
If we lose
McTominay
to
and stuff.
McTominay, it's
Yeah, yeah.
long. If we lose to McTominay, it's
It's very
long.
long. And Club Brugge today scored 3 goals at home to Barcelona.
Yeah,
So
that's the
Barcelona
Barcelona highline.
Barcelona
It's
do
it's
score a lot of
crazy.
goals. That's why I'm worried. The only reason I'm worried about the game is our defense. If we haven't got Chile and stuff and Palmer, if we have
Yeah.
Chile and Palmer, we'll win the game because I think we'll just
But
have enough.
Maresca says Badiashile is coming back after the national break.
They
So
both are. The plan is to give them minutes against Burnley and then to
yeah,
start them against Barca.
Badiashile is not playing Barca and Arsenal back to
No,
back.
I said Burnley. Yeah,
Yeah, but he might come on against Burnley a little bit, but I think he plays one of the two, either Barca or Arsenal. He's not playing both
it's true.
games.
Good week for us coming up. As long
Yeah,
as we beat Wolves, I think this result will be okay.
yeah.
If we
I
beat
think I
Wolves,
think I
then
think
it'll
for
be
both.
like because like Rob, just to interrupt you, Liverpool and City play each other, and
Mm,
Man United Spurs play each other. So if we win,
yeah, yeah,
there's a high we can either go second or minimum fourth.
yeah. So let me ask you this then, right? Let's assume both Badiashile and Fofana are fit for Arsenal and and Barcelona. Which game do you start them in? Because they won't play both games.
I'd
Do you split and say, well, I can start Fafana and
I'd
Trev
rather
versus
play.
Arsenal, and then Badia Shield and I don't know and Josh, or Badia Shield and Trev
The,
against
the
Barcelona.
I think I got my answer. The Arsenal game is going to be more about resolve and counter attack than the Barcelona game. The Barcelona game, you would need more control because the Barca game, the attack of Barcelona is much better than Arsenal's. It's way more threats. You've got too many issues. Too many people who can carry the ball, pace. So I'd want Fofana in that game. And I'd want to have someone composing the ball like Badiashile. So I would start both of them. Against Arsenal, you could probably get away with playing like someone like a Chalobah or Tosin because Arsenal aren't going to play um, fast, ground-breaking, quick, athletic football. It's going to be very controlled, set pieces. You have to be very careful with the counter attacks and like I said, set pieces before. So for me, I'd risk it and start Fofana and Badiashile against Barca.
Against Barca.
Make sure you get the win, and with confidence and stuff, Arsenal's gonna be competing in the type of game. I know we're at home, but I don't think Maresca's gonna play like anything different than what we've seen. I don't think he is. Against Barcelona, he might, because they're 1,000,000,000% gonna score against us, Barcelona. So we need to look to pop up.
But again, I think it's about.
They
I
will
think the
score against
Barcelona
us,
one.
Rob. They
The
will.
yeah,
Minimum
no,
one
they
goal.
will. Oh yeah, they will. The Barcelona game is about who's gonna outscore. So which I
100%.
think Badia Shield build up from the back gives you a better chance of
That's what I'm
being
saying. Yeah.
scarier on the attack. So Badia Shield for me is a must against Barcelona. He's not a must against Arsenal.
That's what they literally agree. Yeah.
It's not a must against Arsenal. So I will split them, and I'll go Trev and Fofana, or Josh and Fofana against Arsenal, and then Badiashile and Trev, or Badiashile and Josh against Barcelona.
The Barcelona game is a must-win game. The Arsenal game is a must-not-lose game. If you draw against Arsenal, it doesn't mean that we are in a bad position, but it also doesn't mean that is acceptable. I think if we beat Arsenal, it will make a big difference. I'd want to win, but if we don't lose against Arsenal, it's fine. If we don't beat Barcelona, we're in trouble.
Yeah,
We'd be in trouble because that
So
means we'd have 8 points, and there would only be 2 games left,
yeah,
and that's bad. That's not. That means you're in a playoff.
yeah.
So
Cheers. I gotta get back
yeah,
to
we're
work.
gonna end the stream off anyway. We love Robert joining. Sick conversation. We'll see more in depth maybe next
Yeah.
week. Actually, no, Wolves is coming up, so we'll try and get previewing with Rob. Rob, thanks for joining, bro. Thanks so much.
Man. Big up.
Let's
All
up.
love.
Let's up.
Cheers.
Guys in the stream, thank you very much. When your team's inconsistent, they can't be trusted as a fact. There's 3 games left. No, Joey. What? How? 5th game is Barca. Oh, you're right. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so we're not cooked then. So what's after Barca, Joey? It's Napoli. Who's after Barca? Napoli and who else? We find out for the end of the stream. I'm tired, chat. I forgot who we play. Atlanta. Paphos. Oh my gosh, we're good then. Oh, we're calm, man. We're good. That's why I'm not panicking. You beat Barca. Oh my gosh, we got Barca, Napoli, Atlanta, and Paphos. Bro, you win 3 of them, you're through. 3 more wins from 9 plus 7. Quick maths is 15 points. Then you get 1 point against Barca. Worst case scenario, or Atlanta, whatever. Doing 16 points. That should be enough to get top 8. That's assuming you win 3, though. So we've got 4 games left. Fair enough. But yeah, man, we'll see what happens. Love everybody for joining. Love the super chats from my boy CP as always. Big up Joey in the chat. We'll get speak to him soon. Big up CP and big up Sleaze Muffin. He's reading out all your government names on YouTube. Is crazy. Love everybody for joining. Our 15-minute show is very, very good. I'm going to sleep now, and we'll speak to you guys all tomorrow. Like, subscribe. Love everybody commenting as well. It's very, very important that you're commenting and showing love. And everybody in the playback, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment about how you feel about the video, your opinions on all the topics, and we'll see you tomorrow. Love for love. Peace.